Check out Big Top Challenge. The fun is larger than life, and so are the heads. On Wednesday, get recreational and head to the rec, because all day long, you can earn
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The bronze likeness of Lakers. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
So the Nets starting five. Harden out there with Irving. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Durant in at the 4 spot. And for the Clippers, we've got Ibaka. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
Harris against Leonard. Leonard draws the double. The 3 from George. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Harden finds Durant. On the wing, Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. KD against Batum. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Beverly looking around. George against Irving. Leonard kicks to George. Durant with the steal. Here's Irving. Batum grabs the miss.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Harden outside. Durant down low. Defended by Batum. Beverly against Harden. And here's George for 3. The shot misses. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
Now Irving. Paul George missing from long range. Back to Jordan. Harris outside for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
If they're playing in their own building, they probably win that basketball game. The reality is it's a hard thing to win on the road in the NBA.
Harden can't hit. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Lets the 3 fly. Hits it from 3-point range. Leonard's got 5 now.
I don't think there's anything Leonard can't do on the basketball court. He can score inside, the mid-range, long range. He'll hurt you from absolutely anywhere.
Stolen by Harden. KD against Ibaka. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Beverly the pass to George. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. Boy, how about the finish by Kevin Durant? Just gets up with such ease.
Los Angeles leading by 4. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. Outside for Batum. Just 3 on the clock. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent up.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Luwawu is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown. Then it's Green. And it's Shamet in at the point guard.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
To the middle. Zubac finds Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Jeff Green picks one up.
Well, with multiple 6th Man of the Year awards to his credit, Lou Williams will be remembered as one of the best bench players in NBA history. You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for 1/5 of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here. Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league. Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Well, Doris, in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. Had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Right. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He's succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
Morris kicks to Kennard. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And a chance here to check out some stats for Paul George.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
It's stolen by Morris. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. And a slam by Williams.
Now, Lou Williams in the open floor is just a bucket, folks.
Shamet kicks to Luwawu Cabarrot. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Shamet finds Brown. The Nets working the ball around now. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to 3 on the bucket from Durant.
Well, against aggressive defense, but Kevin Durant so good at keeping his balance even amidst getting knocked around.
Right side, Williams. Inside. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Just 4 to shoot. The 3. Shamet with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Luwawu. And KD throws it down.
Well, how about the persistence of KD? He knows he has the size and the reach to keep those possessions alive.
Now here's Williams. Not a lot of room. Zubac's no good. The Nets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. KD with it. Guarded now by Morris. And Kevin Durant again. Durant's got 11 here in this quarter alone. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Nobody near Williams. No good, unable to end this run.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Right side, Williams. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. The Clippers, number 1.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. Paul George is checked in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Durant. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Irving's checked in for Brown. And it's Harden in for Landry Shamet.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubats. George up top. He's covered by Irving. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
To the paint. Jordan the pass to Harris. Shot clock at 5. Harden kicks to Harris. Fires the 3. Kept alive. Here's Jordan. Harden inside the three-point line. Jordan. No luck. They battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Outside Leonard. And so it's Kevin Durant making headline. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 21 points. 4. That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
We've got Patrick Beverley. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
George dishes to Leonard. And stolen by Jordan. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. KD leading the charge.
Well, we know he's got takeover ability, and Kevin Durant is cooking right now.
Clippers trail by 7.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
And George with the stuff.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Harden the pass to Harris. And the rejection by Leonard. George with no one around. And it's George again missing.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drive.
Beverly dishes to George. And Leonard has it in the corner. Back to George. Clippers moving the ball around. And it's Leonard missing.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
George looking around. Over in the corner, Beverly. Ibaka finds George. And it's good, 2 points.
Well, how about that killer instinct? Paul George understanding he's got it going right now, very confident in his abilities.
Irving against George. Irving passes to Durant, and he gets it to go. KD's got the lead up to 11 now for Brooklyn.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And Leonard has it in the corner. George up top. He's covered by Irving. 4 on the clock. Here's Ibaka, and he makes good on the layup. Ibaka's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, you like to see Serge Ibaka be assertive on the offensive end, particularly on the interior.
To the inside, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively, because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Reggie Jackson's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. And a new group in for the Nets. Green, he's checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Joe Harris. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. It's Brown with the drive, and the rejection by Zubac. 46 seconds left in the third. Now here's Williams. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Clippers have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. James Harden comes in for Brown. Nets leading by 8. Shamet the pass to Claxton. And that one drops.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Williams. He has 6. A 3 from Morris. Drills it from outside.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
And so it's Brooklyn, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And for Brooklyn, their shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. They've got Luwawu. Landry Shamet is out there with Harden. Then there's Harris. And it's Green in at the center, filling out the middle.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Harden outside. On the wing, Harris. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's George. And he uses the glass on the layup.
That's not an easy play. Paul George is an extraordinary player. Keeps his eye on the bucket at all times.
Green kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. Harris outside. Here's Luwawu. Clock at 6. Back to Harris. Launches it. It's hauled in by Paul George.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Leonard finds George. But they get it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Williams.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Harden with it. Leonard picks him up and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Williams. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Jordan's checked in. Passes it to Leonard. From past the arc. The Clippers keep it alive. Tries again. A putback. Zubac. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The pass to Shamet. Dishes it to Harden. Paul George with the steal. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Huge moment for Patrick Beverly. Wow.
Harden surveying the D.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Outside, George. Shoots over Shemp. At the tip, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish. Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Serge Ibaka. The Nets also changing it up. Durant's checked in for Green. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Landry Shamet. Leonard on the wing. Beverly for three. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Beverly's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Patrick Beverly puts in the time to become a legit threat from range.
Harden dishes to Irving. Nets passing it around. Here's KD. It's held in by Zubac. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 15-4 run. In the corner, George with it. Harris against Leonard. You can't get that one to fall. Good D by Jordan. Here's Harden. Count it!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Outside, George shoots. No good there. The Nets go the other way with it. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Absolutely fearless. DJ, go to work.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Zubac the pass to George. They get it back. And the bucket is good. Three-point play. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So it gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2- and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 3. 9 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
On deep. Off on that one. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment.
We're gonna show the community what defense can do, man. Splash is the best offensive player, but we finna show the community that defense matters too, man. Splash is my guy. We got business to handle.
Yes, sir. We made it through all the obstacles. I told y'all, no problem. We finally at the top. I told Tommy me at the top months ago, man. We giving the community the showdown they want. Best offensive player.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
That's a look at our setting tonight. The picture. And David.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Harris. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Durant in at the 4. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. Now here is Holiday. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Denver. And it goes down 2 points. Greg, a game like this, 2 offensive juggernauts going head-to-head. I mean, we're buckled in, ready to go.
I mean, listen, the rules favor offense in today's game. That's why league-wide scoring is on the rise. And I would expect we're going to see a bucket or 2 put forth tonight, Kevin.
No doubt. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And he has gotten stronger. Durant's been able to do this with more regularity. Powers through for the bucket. Gets a chance to tack on another point at the free throw line.
Harden against Holiday. Jordan with some nice D. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. And that one's good, Irving.
Yeah, Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits and makes sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And it's blocked by Jordan. And here comes the break. The second effort. Irving can't get it to go.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. just clanked it.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here is Harden following the basket by Brook Lopez. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's DiVincenzo, and Jordan sends it back.
You can't just throw up stuff like that with DeAndre Jordan lurking around.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Shot's good by Middleton.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
There's the feed to Holiday. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Bucks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Middleton looking it over. That misses off the backboard.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Not fair of a coach to send out one defender against Kevin Durant, skilled at fighting through whatever challenges the D wants to throw at him.
Count it.
I mean, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far. And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
Now here is Harris following the miss by Giannis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. That puts them in the lead.
Signs of Antetokounmpo really figuring things out. His offense starting to look more and more natural.
Antetokounmpo against Durant. From deep three-point range. And again, no good by Brooklyn. For Milwaukee, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Kyrie Irving.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Landry Shamet, one of those guys continuing to hone his skills, trying to become more of an impactful player in the two-way format, both on defense and with that shooting ability.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. Now, here's Portis. Pass to Craig. Unloads from 13. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Harden the pass to Llewellyn. This one for 3, and James Harden with the 3.
And without a doubt, one of the most advanced scorers this game has ever seen. Harden can do damage from just about anywhere.
Here's Craig. Passes to Augustine. No good from outside. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nets. And earlier we we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say.
I think the most important lesson that I got.
All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Landry Shamet. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then it's Harden, and it's Luwawu in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Harden. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Well, DeAndre Jordan dominates this game on both ends around the glass.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Augustine passes to Portis. Back to Augustine. Pass to Portis. And Jordan sends it back.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
The Bucks trail. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Augustine, that's good.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
It's stolen. 3-on-3. Here's Connaughton. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Harden against Augustine. From deep. Harden's shot is off.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Pulls up. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Here's Augustine. James Harden picking up that last basket. Here's Connaughton. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And a new group in for the Nets. Durant's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Brown is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Kyrie Irving in for James Harden. Irving for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Here is Durant after the basket by Milwaukee. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Bucks leading by 5. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Feeds it to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The pass to Durant. And a again. No good by Brooklyn. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Irving with it. They picked up 24 points in their last one against Houston.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks ahead by 9. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Some good action during the period.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Nice game, great performance by Brook Lopez.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and the top rebounding teams in the league this season. Bucks number 1.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
Now here's Middleton. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Durant deciding where to go with it. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Middleton for 3. The shot comes out, so Brooklyn will take it the other way.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
All right, a chance to check out stats for DiVincenzo. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Now here's Harden. He's got 9. For 3, Harris. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Outside Holiday. Back to DiVincenzo. Stolen by Durant. Pass to Harden. And here's Giannis. He has 7. Bucks passing it around. And Holiday, here we go. Here's Lopez. And Jordan sends it back. And he recovers it. Hacked and still knocked it down. Nice composure. And the Bucks with some changes. Bobby Portis has checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. The Nets also changing it up. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Jordan. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Now here is Harris. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to KD. And KD throws it down.
That's a big-time finish. KD dunking all over the defense.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here is Forbes. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Lopez. Banked in off the glass. Lopez has got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities, and those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
1:09 left in the third quarter. The dish to Forbes. Middleton outside. Goes up from the top of the key. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And it's Harris with the ball for Brooklyn. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
How about those long strides, Durant quick in the open court and then right to the rim.
Now here's Middleton. Hits the jumper. And the Bucks lead by 10.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Bucks leading by 10. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. To the middle. It's deflected. Irving looking for an opening. Tips it, and Durant is right there. Durant's got 13.
How about that? On the offensive glass, KD anticipating where the ball was going and then uses his length to track it down.
Here's Forbes, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Milwaukee in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And you have to credit their deep. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Harden. Joe Harris is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. And it's Jordan in at the center position. It's Harden with the drive. And Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Antetokounmpo. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Pass to Harris. And here's Harden for three. Giannis grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Connaughton, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 8. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Harris looking it over. Green finds Brown. Holiday against Harden. Over Holiday, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Wilson's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Durant's checked in for Green. And Irving subbed in for Brown. Here's Holiday. And the layup falls.
Well, instead of flailing for a foul, Drew Holiday does not expect the call, maintains his focus, and gets that shot to go.
Harden outside. He dishes it to Irving. Hangs. And the layup is good.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Wilson kicks to DiVincenzo. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Durant dishes to Irving. Outside Durant. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And now just a 2-point Bucks lead.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
Giannis against Harden. Lopez passes to Holiday. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And Holiday playing some unpredictable ball there. Remarkable at getting the defender into the air with that shot fake.
The Bucks making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. And a change for the Nets. Luwawu Cabarrot. He's checked in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Harden on the wing. Started by Holiday. Holiday against Harden. High post, KD. Jordan trying to free himself up. They grab their own miss. Luwawu, the pass to Durant. That one falls. KD's got 11 points here in just the second half.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. And he banks in the layup.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is a star in this league, and more the team trusts him in those moments.
Harden scanning the floor. Outside for Durant. Jordan controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, DeAndre Jordan sinks that shot. Not the first option, but doing the job.
Holiday against Harden. Holiday up top. Down low. Here's Lopez. And Jordan sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Bobby Portis is checked in for Brook Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. Count it!
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Holiday against Harden. There's the pass to Luwawu. Durant kicks to Luwawu Cabarrot. Just 5 to shoot. Durant with a wide open look. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And he sort of had that look in his eyes. Durant staying cool in the clutch moment.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Antetokounmpo. Money!
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Harris finds Durant. From deep three-point range. No good that time. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. It was a fantastic. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
After an action-packed weekend, the $250,000 My Team Unlimited
.2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Taking place in the heart of Los Angeles, Staples Center, the Nets taking on... Hello and thanks for joining us. Anoche le NBA.
Kevin, thank you very much. Last season, the Lakers...
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Luwawu. Joe Harris is out there with Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's KD in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the point. Caldwell Pope passes to Gasol. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's the Lakers now. Morris passes to Schroeder. Over Irving. Morris. Great positioning on the putback.
Wow. Morris is a physical guy. Solid at staying active on the boards and gobbling up these rebounds.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Schroeder. Now the Lakers on the break. A wide open look for Gasol. The three-pointer off the mark. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Luwawu, the pass to Harris. Here's Luwawu. Here's Irving. Gasol with the rebound. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. James finds Schroeder. Morris with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. And the basket is good. And at the midway point, what stands out, Chris, to you about this phase of the regular season?
Well, Kevin, it's always that the standings are pretty much solidified. The favorites, the cellar dwellers. And this is where a front office will take a hard look at their roster and maybe look to make some moves as well.
Floats it up for James. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, all you have to do is lob it up to James. His timing on these alley-oops, incredible.
Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to KD. And that one, good.
And they can breathe a little easier on their fourth shot. They finally hit the target.
Here's James. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Schroeder against Irving for the 3. Kicks it out to James. Schroeder passes to James. No good on the triple.
Oh, when the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Caldwell Pope against Harris. And there's the pass to Jordan. Outside Durant. On the wing, Irving. 4 on the shot clock. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
I mean, he's a strong finisher. He exhibits great body control. Irving, he's a special talent.
Pass to Gasol. Schroeder outside. Plenty of space. The shot missing. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
But they had them in their heels the whole game. The intensity of their defense was a key factor.
And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And see, Webb, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope changing his approach before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, GA. I mean, KCP really dedicated himself to defense. He tries to do more with less touches now. And that's the mindset you need to have playing with stars going for a championship.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jerry. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing.
The Nets making a switch here. Green, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Bruce Brown comes in for Kevin Durant. Landry Shamet's checked in for Joe Harris. And James Harden subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Passes it to Horton Tucker. From the high post, they get the rebound. Harrell on the foul.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Harden outside. That's tipped. Tries to save it. And it's the Lakers on the break. Kuzma with the ball. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Oh, that's straight out of Harden's playbook. Go on the attack, drive the lane, force the defense in the foul.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
It's good.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
Harden scanning the floor. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
With 1 on the clock, no good on the last second attempt there. And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers ahead, up. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma, who loves playing alongside Soap.
You know, for me, it's super cool just to learn, sit back, watch, but also.
Kuzma, Greg, has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup this side, just keep pounding it in there.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's Caruso in at the 1. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Floats it up for James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
The Lakers making a switch here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And a change for the Nets. Durant's checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys are defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
You got to be locked in on the road. I mean, when there's no cohesiveness on defense, you're in danger.
Takes a three. It's hauled in by Brown. Brooklyn trailing. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
To the paint. Here's Harrell. And that one is good.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
And the Lakers with some changes. Markieff Morris is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Green. Harris comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Kyrie Irving in for James Harden.
It's almost strange to see a player with Durant's height have that much speed on the drive. It gets him to the rim with ease.
Schroeder against Irving. Schroeder kicks to Harrell. Morris passes to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's Irving. He picked up 24 points in their last one against the Rockets in Houston.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Harris. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Durant wide open. He fires. Brown kicks to Irving. The three from KD. That one's not going to go. And the Lakers take it the other way. Here's Harris. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Morris looking over the floor. Fires for three. A rebound by the Nets. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They were flat out sniping from deep. They look very comfortable pulling the trigger on the road.
Luwawu is checked in for Bruce Brown. Lets it go from 14. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Irving. KD's got the game tied up here for the Nets. Pass to Schroeder. 1:12 left to play in the first half.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Los Angeles has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Caldwell Pope kicks it over to Schroeder. Tries from 10. And again, the Lakers no good. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Here's Luwawu. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Luwawu's got the lead up to 2 now for Brooklyn. LeBron James on the wing. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. No good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Lobs it up for Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I love seeing that kind of unselfishness. Irving is proven to be a sensational teammate.
Gasol on the high post. Here's James, and finished off by LeBron.
Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agreed, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space. Irving for 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Oh, James is a tough defender. He uses his body well. He stays with his man and makes life difficult on him.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nets lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were in a 7-point hole at one stage. And that should...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we're seeing, guys, from Montrezl Harrell.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harris. And it's Durant. And it's Luwawu in at the power forward. Shot clock at 3. Irving for 3. Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
KD passes to Luwawu. Inside, Gasol with the steal. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. Feeds it to Gasol, stolen by Durant. Irving drives in. Up and in on the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Gasol kicks to Caldwell Pope, and the wide open shot from Morris. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Nets leading by 4. Irving dishes to Durant. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. The drive by James over Durant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Gotta like the edge James plays with. Phenomenal at taking it strong and picking up the foul.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Green is checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. Brown comes in for Kevin Durant. Landry Shamet's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's James Harden in for Irving. Kuzma with it, and it's Harden picking him up. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Brooklyn.
Oh, constantly knocking on the defense's door. I like the way Kuzma plays in attack mode.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
6 to shoot. Here's Shamet, and the layup's good off the glass. Shamet's got his first basket of the night.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Kuzma for the lead. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And Harrell slams it in.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
Second chance opportunity so big in this instance. They have to feel fortunate that they could extend that play.
Harden right side. That one, no good. Great D that time from Harrell. Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
I love the way James moves in transition. He's relentless and determined.
Here is Harden. 8 points for him. And the dunk by Jordan.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here's Caruso, guarded by Harden. Here's Horton Tucker. From outside, off the mark.
Now, if you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time down.
56 seconds left to play here in the third. And here's Harden. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. James outside. Beyond the arc. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. They kick it out to Green. Takes the three. And it's Shamet missing. Here's Horton Tucker. James in the post. And James throws it down hard.
I love how fierce James is, a ferocious dunk artist.
3/4 of play in a close game here. Lakers ahead, up 2. Live from the Staples Center, you're one. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point. That's the Laker 5. Schroeder against Irving. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Look at that. Nothing gets to Irving. Even when the shot clock is low, he remains calm and trains it.
James finds Gasol. Kuzma inside. Caldwell Pope outside. And out of bounds is the next game possession. The Lakers making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. KD on the wing. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Outside, KD. Shoots over Kuzma. And that one goes long. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's foul number 2 for him. The Lakers in the lead. Schroeder, left side. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. But his offense has not been there for him tonight.
And it's in there. KD's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
There was a time when people said Durant didn't finish well through contact. Those days are long gone.
Caldwell Pope for 3. It's good from long range.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Durant against Kuzma. Durant kicks to Irving. 6 to shoot. Shoots. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Gasol's got 6 rebounds in the game. Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Nets trail by 3. And Harris wide open. He shoots, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Morris outside. Down low. Here's Gasol. Brooklyn with the rebound.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can. Irving continues to bury big shot after big shot. He just has a knack for stepping up in crucial moments.
And the pass to Schroeder. Over Irving. Los Angeles with another miss. The Nets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. KD on the wing. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
A seasoned vet with lots of playoff experience, Jordan remained calm under pressure.
Here's Durant, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. KD's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets. And the Lakers call time here. They're trailing by 6. 1:15 left to play in the final quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, DeAndre Jordan.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Harrell comes in for Marc Gasol. And it's LeBron in for Kyle Kuzma. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
And that's a big reason why Jordan's field goal percentage is always so high, because most of his finishes come right at the rim.
And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's Durant on the wing. And good that time. Now it's a 7-point Nets lead.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Look, I love how, even during these huge possessions, love his composure.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Jumping on the chance to up their lead at the line.
Guys, a critical time for them in this ball game.
You got to play mistake-free.
And a wide open look for James. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. James looking around. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for the... All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it
Let's talk about round 2 in the Xbox bracket. Jomar and Ty Debo both advanced with double-digit victories. Wild.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The traffic in New York City. And
hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. And the Clippers starting 5. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. And for the Nets, Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot. Now, here's George. Beverly, the pass to George. And above the rim play, always captivating, Steve. We should see a lot of that tonight.
And Kevin, I'm so excited. You know, I played under the rim, so to get a chance to watch guys play well above, I am getting my popcorn ready.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. It's Harden with the drive.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
George against Irving. Pass to Beverly. George looking over the floor to the paint. Clock at 6. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Irving. Over George. Irving misses. Irving against Beverly. On the wing, George. 32 points for him last game against Boston.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Back to KD. Pass to Jordan. Out to Harris. He dishes it to Irving. And a miss there on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Leonard. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game.
The decision-making of Leonard could have hit the roller, but already had the shot he wanted.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team. Strong take by Paul. He plays with great decisiveness.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And to look at his percentage from the line, you see him at 89%. That's an indicator of what a consistent stroke he has.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jeff Green is checked in for Jordan. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for Irving. And Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Outside, George. Outside, Williams. Off target from outside. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. Here's KD. And finished off by KD.
He loves to fire up his team with the big finish. KD rocking the rim.
The Clippers trail. Outside, Williams. The pass to Morris. From deep. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Kawhi, a double-digit rebounder in college. Scouts knew that would be a transferable skill of his.
Harden outside. Count it. Harden's got 6.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here is George. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Here is Harden. Paul George making his last shot. And here's Paul. That was something else.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
George with no one around sinks the triple. 7 points in the game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Durant feeling it out a bit. Count that one.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
The Clippers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Back to Williams. A 3-ball. Here's Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Passes it to Williams. 5 on the clock. Rebound, Brooklyn.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
Here's KD. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Brown in at the small forward position.
We know he's one of the best offensive players in the league. What I've seen lately from Kyrie is an improvement in his focus on the defensive end. Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Here's Jordan, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Beverly. The Nets shooting has been sensational, 75% for the game. Here's Irving. And the Nets miss again. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been terrific, 54% on the game. Batum dishes to Ibaka. There's the triple. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Harris kicks to Irving. Harris outside. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's Beverly. 5 points in the game. Pass to Kennard. Shoots the 3. No good on the shot. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against Houston.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They embrace the challenge as well. They hit big shot after big shot to keep the other team at bay.
Here's Beverly. Keeps it alive, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Left side, Irving. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
And so it's Brooklyn with it, and that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Luwawu is checked in for Brooklyn. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Luke Kennard. George is checked in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Irving passes to Jordan. Shoots over Zubac. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Have to respect how Lou plays. Wiry, strong, no stranger to the +1.
Brooklyn making some changes. Durant's checked in for Harris. Brown comes in for Landry Shamet. And James Harden has subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Serge Ibaka. Brown kicks to Harden. Durant against Morris. 6 on the shot clock. And KD throws it down.
The long strides of Durant gliding through the lane. Throw it down, big fella.
George passes to Williams. Outside Leonard. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Harden way outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
And so is KD with it. He brings up the ball for Brooklyn. There's 42 seconds left in the first half of the game. And KD throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Puts it up from 12. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
A fadeaway. Harden, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
It's rebounded by Durant. Here's Llewellyn. Durant, the pass to Jordan. Missed inside. Tie game in Brooklyn. And now let's... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period came to a close with them holding a... And that'll do...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Batuma's out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point guard. Now, here's George. Leonard on the wing, from deep, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. In transition, here come the Nets. Harris has got the ball, and then Durant with the dunk.
We start to talk about all the things Durant can do, but scoring's still what he does best. What a night.
Irving against George. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Here's Harden. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble.
from three and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the three-point line.
And it's Leonard missing.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down. Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And George, here we go, makes it off the glass. George has got 11 points.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
Harden finds Irving. On the wing, Harden, defended by George. Harden the pass to Durant. Offensive rebound, Nets. Poked away. On the wing, Irving. Harden outside. Shot clock at 6. With 3, Harris. The Clippers grab the miss. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds in the game. George fires. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Harris misses.
See, that's a solid effort on the defensive glass. You need guys who are willing to work, willing to get their hands dirty inside.
Here's George. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. And that's 13 points for Paul George.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
KD with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. And a new group in for the Nets. Green, he's checked in for Jordan. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Here's Williams. Zubac. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
There's a minute left in the third. It's stolen by Morris. Outside Williams. On the wing, Morris. Williams inside. He's covered by Shamet. Williams can't get it to go.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Brown kicks to Durant. And finished off by KD.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Kennard. The putback. It's rebounded by Durant. Nets leading by 6. Here's Shamet. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Lou Williams.
The minute KD gets the ball, all eyes are on him. That leaves a wide open man.
Outside Williams. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And that one, good.
Phenomenal concentration by Durant. Physical play is not going to throw him off.
And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've been playing some ferocious. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Kyrie Irving is out there with Landry Shamet. And there's Green, and it's Durant, and it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Shooting one.
So it'll be Lou Williams shooting. Jeff Green picks one up for the Clippers. Batum comes in for Luke Kennard. And Georgia subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
You look at the trajectory of Williams' career. Second-round pick, started slow, but his game has aged like a fine wine.
And the wide-open shot from Morris. And it's off from three-point range. Nets leading by 8. Outside, KD. And then Durant with the jam.
The mobility of Kevin Durant, showcase right there. So smooth getting to the rim.
Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. From the arc. Los Angeles with another miss.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The three from KD sinks the three-pointer. Durant's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
And Morris throws it down.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Shamet the pass to Durant. From deep three-point range. He's off on that one, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That team is a little road-weary right now. That is the 6th consecutive game away from home.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Durant against Batum. It's good. Durant's got 28 points for the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
George with the ball. Shoots over Shamet. The shot by George, no good. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. The pass to Irving. Back to Durant. There's the three. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night. From deep, George. George missing again. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
KD's shot is off.
Trying to shoot himself out of his slump, and it's not going well.
Fires the three. And it's George again missing. Paul George with the steal. Puts up a three. The rebound by Jeff Green. Green's got his 5th rebound in this one. Durant for three. But they'll get another chance. Green kicks to KD. Here's the three. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers trail by 11. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. In the corner, George with it, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Batum against KD. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Irving. From deep. And that one's good. Durant. KD's got 10 points in the quarter.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Nets.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And, guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equal to 2 wins.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kevin Durant.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Outside, George, the tray, no good. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...
Recently with us in the bubble with the boycott. Seeing that it was done before by someone as great as Elgin made us all the more comfortable with really going out there and standing up for what's right. Elgin helped me understand that my career wouldn't be punished for
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong and with...
Kevin, thanks very much.
DA, he is dangerous in both facets. He's hard to stop. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounds.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Brooklyn, they've got Harris. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the 2 spot. Jordan's shot is off. And it's Milwaukee's ball.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Giannis with it. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heel.
Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Irving can't hit. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lopez passes to Holiday. Pulls up, high post. And stolen by Irving. Durant with it, out-guarded by Giannis. No good from Irving. And it's the Bucks ball. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
Harris, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Giannis outside. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Really hard to get to the shot of Lopez, especially with his reach.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, and Augustine kicks to Portis. Over Green. Nice shot by Portis.
You know, that kind of unselfishness, guys, from Augustine is really infectious, especially when it's coming from your point guard.
Pass to Irving. Charity stripe shot. Rebound by Brook Lopez.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Left side, Portis. Now the pass to Connaughton. Portis kicks to Connaughton. Back to Portis. 5 to shoot. Wide open look. It's hauled in by Brown.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Brown, and it's Connaughton missing.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
It's tipped. Out to the right wing. "13 feet away. And that one released in time, but no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James,
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Green is out there with Jordan. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then there's Brown. And it's Luwawu in at the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Passes to Shamet. Just 5 on the clock. It's Brown with the drive. That ties it up. Brown's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Nets.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Augustine looking around. Shoots over Brown. It's good on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
To the inside, Jordan. And oh boy, a lot of contact there. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
You know what the result's going to be when Durant makes a move to the bucket like that. Just a matter of how hard is he going to throw it down.
And Giannis throws it down.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
From 18 feet away, rebound Brooklyn. It's Durant on the wing. He has been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Forbes has got the lead up to 4 now for the Bucks.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Harden bounce pass taken away by Holiday. Middleton against KD. On the wing, Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now here is Holiday. He's covered by Shamet. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Holiday. Now it's a 6-point Bucks lead.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
Durant with it, now guarded by Middleton. Kicks it out to Harden. Back to KD. They could use a bucket. Let's keep it alive. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Middleton.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
And Harden with the stuff.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
Bucks leading by 6. Here's Holiday. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And that one's good. Durant.
What a unique combination of height, athleticism, and ball skills. Durant can make some unbelievable finishes because of it.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. And the dunk by Giannis.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K, a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. Thanks for joining.
We play through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer, starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, Durant and his teammates really in sync. I mean, helping each other out, facilitating for each other. That basket there, a real team effort.
Holiday against Harden. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. And then Durant with the dunk.
You cannot afford to be careless around Harris. He's very capable of swiping the ball away if you are.
Milwaukee leading by 7. Now Giannis. He's got 10. And the dunk by Giannis.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Harden dishes to KD. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic is slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Good D by Harden. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. 7-point differential.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
DiVincenzo with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Holiday goes in, lays it up off the glass. Holiday's got the lead up to 9 now for Milwaukee.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted 3-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their 3-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Bruce Brown comes in for James Harden. The Bucks also changing it up. Bobby Portis is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Torrey Craig comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. And Augustine kicks to Lopez. Here's Craig. He's covered by Brown. Craig, good.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Nets trail by 9. Inside, here's Luwawu. Pass to Green. Right side Durant. 6 to shoot. Outside Irving. Back to KD. Over Augustine. And Durant gets it to go. Durant's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Portis against Durant. 1:09 left to play in the third. Bucket is good. And it's 6 points for Bobby Portis.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Durant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Brook Lopez.
Boy, that's a tough take there by Durant. He gets off the shot, his finesse coming into play there, and he's able to draw the foul as a result.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. The Bucks also changing it up. Chris Middleton comes in for Torrey Craig. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Augustine.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here's Forbes. Kicks it down to Middleton. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Irving. No good off the back of the rim. Nets trail by 7. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. It's blocked. Out to KD. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, with platinum level all-around skills, Durant can pretty much score at will.
Here is Forbes. Some solid defense there from KD. The third quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 5. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports.
We don't need to be in a hurry to beat them.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Luwawu is out there with Brown. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Irving at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
Second shot opportunity. Shamet on the wing. Outside Irving. Lopez with the steal. And they're pushing it up.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too.
Nets trail by 7. Outside Irving. Oh, offensive interference. Some changes for Brooklyn. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu-Cabarrot, and it's James Harden in for Irving. The Bucks also with the sub. Antetokounmpo is checked in for Portis. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Lopez. And it's blocked by Jordan. It's Harden with the drive. And the jam by Harden.
Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance right where he needs it.
Brown against Middleton. And here's Holiday. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. Trailing by 5. Drops in the layup for 2.
You have to reward the big fella when he runs like this. DeAndre Jordan able to leak out and finish in transition.
The Bucks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Double team on Holiday. Here's DiVincenzo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And the Bucks lead by 5.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Now here's Harden. And there's the pass to Shamet. Lock at 6. Kicks it to Harris. DiVincenzo with it. Right side, Antetokounmpo. Releases. And the jumper from down low is good. And it's a 7-point Milwaukee lead.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level. And he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
But they recover it. Jordan dishes to Harden. Antetokounmpo against Harris. That shot missing. Now the Bucks take it the other way. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul. Green is checked in for Landry Shamet. Bucks leading by 7. A minute 50 left in the fourth. From down low. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Holiday. Green with the rebound. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And he makes that one.
Yes, indeedy. Irving giving you much in the clutch.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Shot from 12. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Jordan with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Harden dishes to Irving. Trying to find Harden, and he's got it now. It's not going to go for him. The Bucks go the other way with it. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Bucks.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Kevin Durant's checked in for the Nets. On the wing, Harris. Back to Harden. The Nets working the ball around now. It counts. And now they trail by just 4.
Do not expect anything less from Irving. A clutch performer. He loves knocking down the big shots.
DiVincenzo against Irving. Lopez. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
Irving kicks to Harden. Outside Irving. The rebound by Middleton.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range.
Stolen by Harden. Harris looking it over. That's good.
And Harris plays with such freedom and fearlessness. He's a guy you can count on to take.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
To get started in the social reform movement is to read, watch, and listen. There are conversations to be had, meetings to attend, and organizations to donate your time to. Those conversations might necessarily not be the most comfortable, but the fact that you're having them leads to growth. As far as fighting social injustices, I want
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And don't let the high fashion fool you. These Brooklyn Nets mean business. A shot from earlier on coming down the tunnel, ready to put a show. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons. For DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marquise Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard. And for the Nets, we've got Durant, Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5. Great positioning on the putback.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination so impressive.
Here's Gasol, and finished off by Gasol.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible.
Well, you think about Marc Gasol, this is a former Defensive Player of the Year. Obviously, he's not the star or the focal point he was at the peak of his career, but this guy still impacts the game at a very high level.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Morris passes to Gasol. Out to Morris. LeBron, that's a two-pointer. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Indoors with Gasol, it's on the defensive end where his impact is felt the most.
That's exactly right. He still makes life difficult for opposing centers. He's strong. He's smart. He knows all the tricks of the trade. Watching Marc Gasol play is a pleasure.
6 to shoot. It's Durant with the drive. Off on the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
It's incredible to me how remarkably in tune LeBron is with the movement of his teammates. The guy is a scorer, he's a creator, he's a force to be reckoned with.
Harris kicks to Harden. Lets it go with a three. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Schroeder. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Harden with the basket on the assist from KD.
I'll tell you this, Kevin Durant is an underrated passer, and he has really shown a new level where that's concerned.
James looking around. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Out to Harris. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category, and a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Harden outside. Lays it up and banks it in. Harden's got his second bucket.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
James, the pass to Harrell. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. They kick it out to Green. Pass to Harden. 1:10 left to play in the first. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Luwawu is checked in for Jordan. Bruce Brown comes in for Joe Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
James outside. From outside the arc. Here's Harrell. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Yeah, this guy is tremendous at keeping plays alive. Montrezl Harrell getting to the offensive window.
Harden outside. Three-pointer. The shot that time, not on target. And the Lakers going the other way now. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Green. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden can't hit.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Kuzma kicks to Caruso. A miss that time would have put him up.
Great to see Kuzma working so hard defensively, showing how effective he can be.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nets lead by 2. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle Kuzma spoke to us before the game about evolving his game.
The biggest area of growth would definitely be on the defense.
Now, having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Harrell, and it's Caruso in at the 1 spot.
I think what amazes me about LeBron James is that he never stops pushing. This guy is pursuing greatness.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Alex Caruso. Here's KD, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. KD's got 4 this quarter. Schroeder outside, uncovered, score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
If you give Dennis Schroeder space, he is going to get into his mid-range game. Knocks down that one.
And once Schroeder was asked to name his favorite NBA city, I believe it surprised a lot of fans when he said Milwaukee.
That's right, Greg, but he cited the strong German culture there. Schroeder, of course, went straight from Germany to the NBA. He relied on his athleticism early on, but now he's seeing the game much better, plays under control, can lead the team. He has had a tremendous amount of growth. Just fluidity that LeBron plays with, his ability to change direction on a drive so quickly, incredible.
Here's Shamet. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
And the Nets with possession here. And so Green will bring it up for the Nets, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
And finished off by KD.
Well, you see, if you're going to foul him, you've got to wrap Kevin Durant up. He's too good at absorbing contact and finding a way to score.
So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Green. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and Irving subbed in for Landry Shamet. The Lakers also changing it up. Marcus Gasol comes in for Harrell, and Markieff Morris subbed in for LeBron. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Durant. Irving's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets. Kuzma outside to halt the run, and it's blocked by Jordan.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Harris, no good. It's Schroeder with the drive. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Schroeder against Irving. Another miss by Irving. Lakers trail by 7. Schroeder passes to Caldwell Pope. Now here is Morris. A wide open look for Gasol. Misses the 3. The Nets have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Irving dishes to Brown. Back to Irving. Launches a 3. Up again, and there's Jordan, putting it right back in. Jordan's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Nets leading by 9. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And the shot goes in.
Absolutely no mercy right now from Kevin Durant in transition. Those long strides, that's an easy bucket.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Caldwell Pope with it. He's picked up by KD. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
Brown kicks to Irving, and the pass to Harden. Left side Harris, 11 feet away. Jordan, and there's Jordan, putting it right back in. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter. And so we conclude the first half. Brooklyn ahead.
Thanks very much. Kevin, what is the lap?
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 15 points. And that.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
We've got Joe Harris. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's KD in at the 4 slot. So that's the Nets 5. Caldwell Pope passes to Gasol. Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. I'm going to agree with you.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
KD against Morris. Outside Irving. The shot from 20 feet away. Here's Jordan out to KD. Here's Harden. Gasol with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. So for the Nets, Jeff Green, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Harrell, he's checked in for the Lakers.
How about the vision of Markieff Morris? Hits the open man, has a good feel for the game. Boy, this guy can do a lot of things.
Harden kicks to Shamet. Durant down low, covered by Morris.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And Durant sends it back.
Well, Kevin Durant is playing spectacular defense, and it sets the tone for the entire team. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Harden surveying the D. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. For Brooklyn, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
And the technical free throw is good.
What you love about Kevin Durant is he's an MVP level candidate every year, and yet there's a hunger and a thirst to get better at basketball. This is so fun to watch.
Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. They get it again. That shot off. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. They trail by 14. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Harden outside. Passes it to KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, this is what makes Kevin Durant maybe the greatest all-around scorer in the game today. Equal proficiency from every spot on the floor.
James finds Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Brown's checked in.
So many NBA players like to express themselves through style as they come into the arena. For Montrezl Harrell, it's more about the shoes. This guy has gone so far as to design his own kicks.
And KD, here we go. Lakers trail by 11.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Kuzma against Durant. Harden outside. Outside Durant. The Lakers with the rebound. Harrell's got his 4th rebound in this one. James wide open. Harrell kicks to LeBron. That one doesn't go. The Nets go the other way with it. And finished off by KD.
Boy, there is an ease with which Kevin Durant plays the game. This guy knows I can score from anywhere right now.
To the left wing. Kuzma passes to LeBron. Fires the 3. Good on the triple. LeBron's got 9 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, tough first half, puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Down low, here's Green. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Kuzma outside. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more NBA basketball coming. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Marc Gasol is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caruso in at the point guard position. Pass to Brown. On the wing, Harris. Feeds to Jordan. Back to Harris for three. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 4th rebound in this one. Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. Here's Kuzma. He dishes it to Gasol. From deep. And no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Green, the pass to Jordan. They kick it out to Green. On the wing, Irving. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nets lead by 10.
Wow, how about the reach of DeAndre Jordan? That looked darn near impossible.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Durant comes in for Green, and it's James Harden in for Bruce Brown. The Lakers also with a sub. Schroeder's checked in. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Alex Caruso. Harden against Schroeder. It's Durant on the wing. It's good. KD's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, Durant embracing the contact, plays with so much confidence.
Schroeder finds Gasol. Back to Schroeder. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And in last year's playoffs, we saw zone defense turn the tide in certain games. And Doris, we know when executed well, they can throw an offense completely out of rhythm.
Kevin, I'm going to go back a step further to the Toronto Raptors championship 2 years ago, where they throw a box and one, a triangle and two, and multiple zone looks that helps them win a championship. Look no further than Miami's deep run in last year's playoffs. Listen, that can change the whole rhythm of the game. It can force an offense to start second-guessing itself. When you can change the rhythm, the tempo, and mix looks and force a team to think and really operate under duress, it only helps you win ball games.
For three, Caldwell-Pope. And again, no good by the Lakers.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And Durant is right there.
This is what pure scorers do. They find ways to create points. KD doing work.
Kicks to Morris. No one near him. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Durant with it. Guarded now by Morris. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is buried. Durant's got 31.
I'll tell you, KD has such a beautiful looking stroke. He's been doing that at an elite level for a long time.
From deep, Gasol. The rebound by the Nets. Jordan inside. He's up against Gasol. And it's Jordan with the jam.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Harden against Schroeder. They need this. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nets.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kevin Durant.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Offensive rebound. Outside for Caldwell-Pope. Pass to Horton Tucker. Three-pointer. And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with a 3.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
Harris outside. It's Durant on the wing. There's 25 seconds left in the game. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony.